Pentagon. Another controversial firing with little explanation, according to our next guest. Out front now is Jacqueline Smith, the ombudsman for Stars and Stripes, suddenly fired just 24 hours ago. And Stars and Stripes, covers the U.S. military, is partly funded by the Defense Department. And the ombudsman's job is to safeguard the publication's independence. And here we are. Jackie, thank you for being here. Tell me, how did you hear this news?
Thank you, Kate. Thanks for your interest. Well, I heard the news Tuesday afternoon around 3 o'clock. I had an email from the publisher of Stars and Stripes. Can you talk? Normally, I very much enjoy talking with him, but lately I knew that was not going to be good news. So he called me and he said, I have to tell you this. I just received notice that you're going to be off the payroll. And he sent me the form and we walked through it. And it took a while for it to sink in. It was really kind of surprising that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, Stars and Stripes. Yeah, Stars and Stripes is just such a respected publication. And it means so much for military families around the world and far beyond the military. I mean, but you were really given no reason for this.
No reason at all. And the form, which is just a very stark form, also didn't give a reason. Kate, I had expected if there was some displeasure with my job, there would have been communication, like, let's meet, let's talk about it. How can we make things work? There was no indication that they were unhappy with the way I was conducting my job.
Okay. And Stars and Stripes has long enjoyed and been celebrated for its independence. And that's entirely the job of the ombudsman, is to help maintain that independence. After this, you wrote an op-ed that was published in Stars and Stripes just yesterday. I want to read for everyone just a bit of it. It says, apparently, you write, the Pentagon also doesn't want you to hear from me anymore about threats to the editorial independence of Stars and Stripes. They fired me. And ahead of this, you had been outspoken, you had been vocal and critical of the Pentagon's moves here in their intervention, if you will, in publication and throughout kind of reporting around the Pentagon. You have been a journalist for 40 years, Jackie. How threatened do you think the publication is, and what impact this has on the moves that you see the Pentagon making?
I think that there's a very real threat to their editorial independence. I think the Pentagon is taking steps to try to control the message through various ways, to have more public affairs content, for example, to remove the requirement that the publisher is a civilian, so they could put, perhaps a military person in there. There's many ways. And also they're prohibiting use of syndicated material, which directly affects what readers can get. When I wrote a column about how Stripes had to stop the Sunday comics, 8 pages of color comics, wow, readers were angry about that. So, I saw that happening. It is my job to inform when I think that there are threats to the editorial independence. So I was doing my job, speaking out about it, letting people hear about it, and they could decide whether it's acceptable, and especially Congress.